Hi guys, welcome back to my video. Today I want to speak about more of my spiritual boxes which I reference when I'm working with clients, and I also want to touch upon my grimoire, which is my shadow book. So I'll see you after these messages. Stay blessed. So welcome back. My name is Sage. I'm from Karnak Holistics, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So first of all, I'd like to just say, could you like, share and subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to press that little bell which notifies you of any new videos that I do that come up in the near future. So today I wanted to speak about some books that I reference because I've been doing a lot of spiritual work. First of all, before I start with that, I'd like to just apologize because my hair is all over the place, so I've just had to put something on in order to make me look half decent, but I still look a bit out of there. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of spell work over the last couple of weeks, and it's working with the moon, working with my books, and also doing a lot of research, giving you I want to give you a bit of advice about where you can get resources, where you don't have to necessarily always go to boxes, and how you can be a good witch or shaman in order to get the right information in order to help that particular person you're working for. I'm a solace witch, and I'm also a divination witch, so I use spirit, I talk to a spirit. And also, I'm not part of a coven, but I know a lot of people that are in coven, and we kind of do some work together over a period of time. But today I wanted to speak about what I do and how I work with certain people. So, for example, somebody may come to me and they want I need to do positive spells, and everything I do goes through the creator. And I also meditate on it before I give the approval. Normally, if someone comes to me, the creator is already given the approval. I just have to make sure that I'm the right person for it. So if someone comes to me for a particular spell, I may use herbs, I may use candles, I may use crystals, I may just use spirit, I may use meditation, I may use distant healing. It ranges from that particular client or that particular person or the situation. Above all, the first things what I do get is the first and second name, date of birth, and also where they're born. It's kind of like a spiritual address, really. It's like a stamp. It helps me to link with them as well, and it also helps ownership of that person. All my spells, I say, are from the creator, and they always guide me to a certain book. So that's how I kind of set up. Let me just start with my spell book. So I got a normal book from the local shop or something. I think I got it in like Sainsbury's, and I just wrote all my stuff in it, just graffitied it up in order to make it really personable. It's up to you how you do it. I really like this, but I was really drawn to it. It's very earthy, and I kind of like put the moon shadows and so on and so forth, but I'll put a picture of this up on the video later. But what I want to say is, you sometimes, I haven't got it with me, sometimes you get books where you can get with the papyrus on it, and you can buy those in shops. That's cool, you can work with that. Sometimes you don't have to go too expensive, because this is about your work. This is where you record your information. So if I got an idea or I'm working on something, I will just drop notes. Sometimes I keep I got two books. I got the main book, which is this, and I got my other notebook, which I walk with me all the time, which is has the papyrus in it, but I make notes in that when I'm working with a spell. Normally, they show me a word, or they give me a book title, or they give me, for example, they may say also a herb oh, it may show me flowers. So I may be in a garden centre somewhere or in the woods, and I may see this particular flower, take a picture of it. I asked the flower if I can take a essence of it, and then I'll bring it back with me. And normally it works out. That's what I use it for. So I came across. I've kind of covered one of these books. I'm going to talk about. There's 9 books I want to show you. But one of them, it was in my last video, but I'll show you my dad's version and why it inspired me, and I'm going to show you the other, but you see what I mean. The first book, which I think is really awesome, and there's been a lot of debate about this, is called Witchcraft, and I'll put it up here. And it says The Handbook of Magic, Spells and Potions by Melissa West. I think it's an awesome book personally. It tells you all the various stages of putting together a decent spell, how to write your own spells as well. It has around 240 odd pages, so we're looking at 245 pages of really good solid spells and information, which is a good reference book. So it talks about the magic, the art of magic, and how to do magic. Also talks about spells, creating spells. Also talks about potions, so if you want to put together a potion. Recently I've done a luck potion for someone, but it's more of a lucky bag for them. So you put like a you get like a little bag, and then you put different charms and stuff in it, and they either carry it with them, or they leave it in the car, or they leave it at home, and it's to bring in luck, and that's what kind of worked. I did, it was really weird because I've got also, I do this video again, another video again about my willow tree, which I put ribbons on with enchantments and prayers, and also when I do spells, I put the that's where I store, or when it's burnt, it's left in there, and all for it to be organically grown. And on there, it has some magical things happening. So, for example, the other day, I put a name on one of the prayers someone asked me to do. So I didn't need to do much with it. They just wanted me to just put their name on the tree they were going for an exam, and they were really stressed out and lost and not really focused. And I did that, and they showed me which kind of ribbon I should use for it and what I needed to do. So I wrote on it, put it on the tree. Totally forgot all about it, to be fair. We had a bit of a storm here in the UK, and when I was out there, because I bought some more plants, as I do, kind of drove my other half crazy. I found this ribbon on the floor. So looked, you saw the name, put it back on the tree, and kind of like blessed it, put it back. And then I heard about 2 days later, he said he had these 2 more exams, he passed them both. Now he's going to graduate, and he's off to university, so that's really cool. The other book is The Spell Bible by Emery Gallagher. This is really cool. Believe it or not, I picked this up for about £5 in some shop. I can't remember what it's called now. But it's got various different types of spells. So for example, like the fire spell, and that's using what kind of crystal. So for example, if you're doing the fire spell, you've got the crystal there, and it tells you about the spell there. It's pretty good. It's a good book. It's a good quick reference book to work with. The other book, this has been beat up because I've had this book for years. I've had this a good 15 to 20 years, if I remember correctly. And this is called Charms, Spells and Formulas by Ray Marlborough. And as you can see, it got slightly damaged. I'll tell you for why. I was out working and I was in the woods, and it began to rain, and the book obviously fell. It just got soaked. And thank God the pages that sit together. But that's the kind of thing you can do. And that's really awesome. Uses candles, also uses incense, uses your altar, how to set up your altar, how to do a spell, and how you can use the earth elements as well. This has over, let's have a look, 171 pages, so this is a really good book just to be, I have this kind of with me by my altar just to have a quick glance at. The other thing is, this is a bit controversial because I was brought up Catholic. I know I work a lot with angels and various different deities. So I believe strongly in the Psalms. So this is Candle Magic and the Power of the Psalms. And this is really good by William Alexander Obello. I think I've got his name wrong. But I'll put this up as I said. And this uses, this for example, tells you the candle you should use if you're going to do candle magic, and then tells you which psalm it goes with and for what reason. And then as you're doing that, and it also tells you at the beginning how to use the book, which is pretty awesome. It also tells you about, it covers astrology. So you've got like Mars, so you got Taurus, Cancer, and what days and what hours, and it goes by the moon cycle because I work a lot with the moon. That's why I kind of specifically I work with this. I've got another one which is the Psalms prayers, but that's mainly for like if I'm doing offerings. So that's what it looks like. And this book has over 110 pages, and this is a gentleman that has created it. He's a pretty good, he's quite interesting to read about. So yeah, he's started working around 1965. My other one, I won't show you this yet, but I'll show you, I don't know if you've seen my last videos, which I'll put a link in at the end of the video and up here, to my spell books. I spoke about the 6 and 7 books of Moses. This is that actually was my dad on it. My dad's version. He always used to cover it over, and it's got his handwriting on there as well. And it's got inscriptions you can use. And it's always been, I bought a new one because I don't want to keep using this just in case it gets damaged. This is a good 30 years old, and it has his notes on there, and I just, when I get it, and I'm just going to look stupid, I just like to submit it because I remember doing work with him and putting together some spells, and I remember using that, and the smell of the incense he would use would be wafted, and that's what brings back a lot of memories. The other book is the added version. So Moses wrote over 10 books. Genesis was the first couple, up to 5, and then he wrote 6 and 7, which is what I just showed you. Then he done 8, 9, and 10, which I thought I didn't have, but I do have it. I was talking to my fiance, and she said, "Jay, I've seen." She said she saw it. So this is by Henry Gampincher, and this is really good because it talks about the oils to use. And I really like this book, and it's the thing with this, which I find really interesting. Let me just say, it's got 103 pages. The things with this is some of the symbols in here, especially on the old one, you can use as breastplates, so you can use it for when you want to put it on your altar, or you can keep it with you or put it in your wallet or whatever. Some of those things are used for protection when I do these people's houses. The other one, which is this is it. I thought I didn't have it with me. Is the Power of the Psalms, because remember I mentioned this one, the Psalms, the candle burning with the Psalms. This is the first book which inspired me to get that one. This is by Anna Riviere, and this is about all the Psalms. And what the Psalms which people don't know is actually songs. Songs mean psalms, so prayer songs. And King David wrote most of them, and it was him actually singing. You used to sing them. And when I say like a psalm, we've got Psalm 23, which is the Lord's Prayer. So it kind of like looks like this. It's really easy to read. It's broken down into, you got the psalm, and then it tells you what it's used for. So like Psalm 99 would be used for aiding prosperity, also justice and legal proceedings. And it also tells you which verse. You don't have to read the whole psalm. It will tell you which verse you use and you read, which I really found it really good, because you don't want to sit there going, okay, well, I want to read, especially we've got a psalm like 102, which is this one. It just tells you just need to work with like line 4 as when you're doing the offering. And my second one, my other one I want to talk about is the Wicker Bible. I got this the other day with the other one, which is quite similar, by Anne-Marie Gallagher as well. This is over 400 pages and it's beautiful. It talks about the chalice, like that, and the ephemy. Speaks about Wicca, where it started, what it's about, paganism. It's really beautiful. You know what? Much love to her. She's really captured it really well. And talks about magic and how magic works. The pictures are not offensive either, not really heavy. So it's really kind of cool to work with. It talks about love spells as well, for you single people out there. Fertility, banning, enchanting, raising your energy, sex magic, which I know a lot of people, you guys are probably going to do. To behave yourself. No baby booms, yeah. Astrology, which is really good. This I thought was really good. It talks about the tree of life. And that is so rare. You find that. So, yeah. Remember, look in, I think it's called The Works, is where I bought it. Always look in places like The Works if you're in the UK. You know, the small little bookshops. Now, when I first kind of branched out and I was really looking for a book, I bought a kind of like it's not a jokey book. I bought a book, which is a spell book. And I really love the feel. It's velvet. It's this one. And I don't know if anyone knows, it's called Hocus Pocus. But Tatiana, that's her name. It's really, I don't want to say basic, is in a negative basic. It's got 120 pages. It's not basic, is it? It's rubbish basic. It's really, any idiot can follow it. I mean, if I can, you will. And it's really cool. I love this book, and I've had this for years. And look how it's set out. Spell per page. I thought that's just beautiful. You know what? I love the work she does do. And look, pet hypnosis. You know, that's what I said about it's a bit of a jokey thing, but it's not. It's really quite authentic. And protection spells and willow spells. And I just think that's really awesome. It takes the edge off of Wicca and spell casting and so on. Some of the things she covers oils. Also, she will cover deities as well. I think it's just really awesome. Also herbs it covers as well. So I recommend that book. And again, I'll put a link on. So that's my books. I hope that's really kind of inspired you budding little witches out there, because it's really awesome. And keep growing, keep shining. What else can I say about my path being a witch? It's really cool, because my baseline is doing healing, tarot, astrology, distant healing. But to kind of be able to slow down a bit, not slow down, but you know what I mean, slow down and be able to research herbs, oils, candles, the moon cycle. It sounds a lot, but it's not. It's really weird to, trust me, if I can get my head around it. I'm dyslexic and I hate reading books with a passion. But if I loved the book, I would get my head around it. You know, I would fall in love with it, and I do. And one of the other things you can do is get Audible. I use Audible a lot because if I'm doing research, you can skip to the particular page you want to. So, for example, you're doing a spell and you want to talk about herbs, and you don't want, you can't really afford the books. You can get Audible, and you get a book a month. So what I did do is use the Audible, and I used the kind of the herb part of it, and I kind of like listened to what I needed from it, and I took whatever was said from my research when I'm doing my work. Yeah, it's really, really powerful, really powerful. So anyway, I shall finish there, and I would say bye for now, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed, stay safe, and namaste.